man, exciting stuff, because it is the weekend all rugby fans have been anticipating and waiting for the longest time. The return of Super Rugby, of course, cricketing action and all kinds of footballing action as well. But let's start off by picking up on what exactly can we expect this coming weekend,
man.
the opening.
Well, it's a numbers game at this stage. Obviously, the squads have been out there. The Springboks are back in the fold. Some sevens players back in the mix. But it's now, of course, the Super 15. We're back to a 15-team format, which I think a lot of people thought would be a more competitive format. And I think it really will stand up.
Yeah.
It means a lot more games as well, though, which is crazy. But it's going to be awesome. It's going to be fierce. So let's look at our first big matchup tomorrow, just after 3 o'clock. Old foes now, the Jaguars. They love touring to Cape Town, but they haven't had the best record here. And the Stormers, they need to win this game. They're about to head abroad for 3 games in Australasia. They need to win this game to have that confidence moving forward. They're without Eben Etzebeth, unfortunately, and Peter Steph-Toy. But they've got a lot of new young stars in that side. My word, the gasmen are there. Siobelo Sinatla coming off a fantastic sevens run. He's had about 2 weeks to find his feet there. Robbie reckons he's looking at his absolute best. And they've always won against the Jaguars last season. They beat them twice. They were our second best performing team in Super Rugby last year. I think they want to take it one step further. What Robbie Fleck has done in that setup is amazing. So I think the Stormers, they're a team to watch this year.
Absolutely. Time to get your jerseys supporting your favourite teams. And big home derby, Lions versus Sharks. Man.
Lions/Springboks. 10 Springboks in this Lions team. Understandably, they're the best Super Rugby team in the land. They were last year's beaten finalists, unfortunately. This man, for me, Malcolm Marx, is the best rugby player in the world at the moment.
Yeah, he's amazing to watch.
He really is phenomenal. He's an unselfish player, but when you need him to stand up, he does it. Obviously plays hooker. He's just truly phenomenal. But they, as I said, they ended the season with heartache, losing out to the Crusaders 25-17. So I think they've got a bit of an axe to grind there. They've beaten the Sharks, I think, in their last 6 outings. So the Sharks, they've got a point to prove as well.
Yeah.
And you need to win this first game. Super Rugby happens so fast. It's not like you can lose a couple and you find your feet. I think the Bulls found that out. Once you lose that momentum, you're done. So.
Absolutely.
Big derby,
Loads of action going on. And then, of course, the 6th and final ODI between South Africa and India before we start off with the T20s.
This is for pride, surely. This is for pride, man. Come on. We're going back to Centurion, unfortunately, where India have had some unbelievable success. If nothing else, if our batsmen can learn how to play spin through this tour, they're playing against, undoubtedly now, the best.
On home turf as well.
Yeah, man. But it's just, we've got a lot of youngsters in there. Obviously, we're missing Faf, and he's such an important, he's a kingpin of that batting lineup. AB hasn't fired yet, but he still has that kind of presence, that talismanic effect on the team. But we need them to learn how to play against these spinners. And for India, I think a real feather in their cap. Everyone says they can't win on tour. They can only win on kind of wickets that are designed for the spin bowlers. Well, they've proven it here on tracks that were very much set up for fast bowlers. So later today, South Africa up against India at Centurion. Go and support. And then big congratulations, JP Germany. He captains the T20 side on Sunday. Obviously, again, in the absence of Fakru C. But they've got to use this opportunity. We are great. We are still an unbelievable ODI side, despite missing a lot of players. And we've got the Ngidis, these youngsters that need to be blooded into that team.
I was about to say, man, despite the result of the ODI series, the development of Ngidi, Phehlukwayo and Rabadan, seeing that trio really function the way that they do.
There's something West Indian about that
it tantalizes the taste buds,
man.
doesn't it, for World Cups to come?
So, Kagiso Rabada, we love you and your aggression, bud. Leave nothing out there, man. But that's
Give
your
him
weekend
the throat lozenges right there, just about here.